Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim and welcome to my channel. This is a new addition to Deb's plants. Today we are looking at the spider plant, so please stay tuned. Here we are in my jungle family room. I worked hard yesterday bringing many of my plants down from my little fish room. I also moved my betta shelf down here as well, eventually planning to use it for seedlings. As I brought each plant down, I cleaned them up, freshened their soil, and fertilized them. The only ones I have left are my two large spider plants in the hangers. So you guessed it. Today we are looking at one of the most popular houseplants, the spider. My spider plants are all variegated, but you can also find them in solid green. They are considered one of the most adaptable plants and easiest to grow and maintain. An excellent choice for newbies. Of course, it's easy to see where they have gotten their name. They simply look like spiders, although with a few more legs. Their pups or babies develop on shoots that grow from the mother plant. They begin in tiny white flowers and soon develop into mini spider plants or pups as they grow. I have my work area set up, my carpet rolled back, and I'm ready to start. I took the spider down and set it on the floor while I got my tray. Well, look who had to quickly come and investigate. I'm going through this spider, removing some pups, pulling out dead leaves, and just giving it a general clean. This is something you should do every couple months or so, or when your plant needs it. Spider plant care is very basic. They are tough plants, adapting easily and tolerant of some abuse. You don't have to have a green thumb to grow this plant. Their requirements are simple. They need well-drained soil and bright indirect sunlight. They also prefer cooler temperatures. It's important that their soil isn't soggy. Letting it dry out well between waterings is a good idea. Spider plants have interesting roots that look more like tubes. You can water from above, but often spider plants are so packed into their pots, this makes watering very difficult from the top. I like to fill up a basin and set them in the basin for 10 to 20 minutes, allowing their tube-like roots to suck up the water they need. I also hang them in my shower and let the dirty fish tank water run over them. Now, on occasion, you may notice the tips of the leaves turn brown. This is really nothing to worry about. It's a sign that there's an excess of salt buildup in their soil. This is quite normal. Straight tap water has enough additives that salt will build up over time. Again, this is not harmful, but it's not nice looking. You can easily flush the soil by running water through it. Using rainwater or fish tank water, I find, is the best, and you have very little salt at all in those two sources. This is the spider that has the gazillion pups. He's in dire need of a good overhaul. I'm going to give him an extra deep cleaning. He's going to look so much better and much smaller too. Here I have started to go through the pups and sort the ones I want to keep. There are far too many, so I'm sad to admit that I will be throwing a bunch out. I would offer them up, but I don't imagine they would travel very well. Spider plants seldom need to be repotted. They do well with their roots tightly packed. When their roots are showing and it becomes difficult to water them, then you can repot them. These plants are considered semi-pot bound. Any plant that produces flowers or babies like this produce best when their roots are tightly packed. This forces the growth above the soil and into the sprouts and flowers rather than into the root system. Now, not all spider plants produce pups. In order for them to be fruitful, they need to be able to store enough energy. This comes from proper care, light, water, and their size plays a role as well. Spider pups can be easily propagated. The best way is to leave them attached to mom until they begin to show some roots. Once they have tube-like roots developing, you can clip them off and pot them in soil. Keeping them moderately moist is important at this stage. Spider plants like company, so I like to grab a nice, thick little clump of them and plant them in a group tightly into a pot. They seem to do the best for me this way. And look at how beautiful and thick they look. So I'm just potting this one group that were the larger of the pups. The pile there beside me are probably ones that I will be tossing. I just have too many. And then I also have a cup full that are ready to go into soil, and they will also be potted. Now here I'm just adding a little bit of bead fertilizer, which is time release. And for me, this works really good because I just really work my plants maybe once every 3 months. 2 or 3, 4 times a year is about all they get of real time spent on them. So I'll just give this guy a little bit of water, set him aside. See, and I like these pots that have holes in them so the water can drain through them. But then I need a pot for underneath. And here we are, all cleaned up. This is really a great room to work in. Having an area carpet makes it so easy for cleanup. Hey, guess what? I'm getting a new carpet for this room. I had been thinking about repainting, but I actually do like the color. I just felt this room needed something to make it pop. Well, I got a new carpet and it's going to be awesome. So this spider here is the one that was very heavy, full of a gazillion babies. It was so overgrown, I gave him a real good cleanup. The other spiders are also full of pups. I definitely won't be running out of spider plants anytime soon. Now this one down here was in my little fish room. I cleaned him up the other day. I cut all of his babies off except a couple. Being in a stand, it's much easier to keep them clean this way. And my cat's out. So that concludes another edition of Deb's Plants. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope your week is going well. I wish you a great day tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.